What is going on, Laker fans? Thank you very much for tuning in. Lakers Talk Daily on this Friday edition. Lakers about to start their 6-game road trip. And why don't you just start it against the Milwaukee Bucks? You know, just a team, just a very casual team. It's got the second best record in the NBA. Obviously, incredible challenge for the Lake Show to get things started off. But appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Please subscribe to the channel on ESPN LA. And let's get started. All right, Lakers and the Bucks. Let me play this on the Lakers side first, and we'll talk a little bit about the Milwaukee Bucks. First off with the Lakers, 1-6 of 8. You should feel good about that. Lakers in obviously 8-12 at the quarter mark of the season. A couple things to keep in mind here. Lakers have not beat a good team on the road yet this year. And if you go look at the schedule, they've had some opportunities. I'm going to kind of point out a couple teams that are tough road games that the Lakers had some chances. Lost to the Warriors, lost to the Nuggets, lost to the Timberwolves, lost to the Jazz, lost to the Clippers, lost to the Suns. The only two teams they've beat, remember they started off, they were the last team to win a road game this season. They started out 0-6 on the road. They got 2 against the San Antonio Spurs. So that's really the only 2 road wins that you have so far this year. And against, obviously a team that's not considered to be a threat at all. In this 6-game road trip, you got some real teams that you're going to play. The Washington Wizards, I think, are the only team that's at 500 other than the Detroit Pistons. So everybody else above 500. The Bucks, the Cavs, the Raptors, the Phillies. So you got, certainly some opportunities. And for me, that's what I'm most curious to watch. It's not just, hey, can the Lakers win a game? But can you get some quality wins on your schedule? They do have wins. I'd say Denver and the Pelicans are the only 2 teams that I call quality wins. Everybody else has been one win against Brooklyn, if you want to count that one. So the Lakers, obviously, this will be the first time that they get an opportunity to see if they can get some wins on the road against some quality teams. The Milwaukee Bucks are as good as it absolutely gets, and, not exactly the best of timing for the Lakers. Khris Middleton, the second best player on the Milwaukee Bucks, who has not played yet this year, is making his return to the Milwaukee Bucks, and I guess that's just bad luck for the Lakers. Obviously, good luck for the Milwaukee Bucks. Khris Middleton's a real player. He's a perfect non-star. What I'm talking about, Giannis is your superstar, and he's a perfect number 2 player on this team. He's 20 points a game. He's 5 rebounds. He's 5 assists. They haven't had him, and they haven't missed a beat. Now, in order for them to get back to the NBA Finals like they got to a couple years ago, he's got to be there and he's got to be healthy. But it's a real challenge for the Lakers from that perspective. A couple things I want to point out here real quick. So, I'm excited about the matchup. Now, I don't know what the result's going to be. I mean, that would be just absolutely amazing if we can sit here tonight and we're talking Lakers basketball in a post-game show and they went to Milwaukee and got a win. It'd be obviously their best win of the season, not even close. I'm hoping, we talk so much about Anthony Davis, we talk so much about Bron, and I think the 2 superstars are going to be key in this one. But there's a couple things I'm hoping for. First, number 1, Anthony Davis. You got to go at Giannis as often and as possible as you can. And I'm not sure how they're going to match up and everything else, but if there's one thing that the Lakers, I think, are going to need to do, Giannis is so good, and he's so effective, and he's so great for the Milwaukee Bucks. You got to also see if maybe you can get him into foul trouble. Maybe he gets 2 fouls in the first quarter. Maybe he has 3 fouls by the time the first half is done. Giannis has to be, the Lakers got to target him. And when I'm talking about targeting, I'm talking about Anthony Davis targeting him. That to me is so critical in tonight's game, that if Giannis is just having his way, his stats that he was putting up, I heard John Allen talking about this with Michael in the broadcast. Last year, the Lakers played them twice. One of the games, I want to say he shot 17 of 20 from the field, and the other game was like 18 of 20. It was just stupid stats. I mean, his stats were just ridiculous against the Lakers. So you don't want him to be comfortable. Maybe he gets in foul trouble. I think that's obviously going to be a key part of it. And the other part of it that I'm going to pay attention to, that I'm curious on with the Lakers, is Bron. Bron has had this kind of streak so far, these last 4 games. Bad game, good game. The good game is put up the 39 against San Antonio. Very efficient. I think 7 of 12 from 3. Bad game against the Indiana Pacers, 8 of 22 from the field. I want to say 3 of 10 or something like that from the 3-point line. And then good game, and the good game is obviously the last game they had against the Portland Trailblazers. He was fantastic. He was 12 of 18 from the field. Does Bron continue this trend? Good, bad, good, whatever the case is, or can he string off a few games in a row? And if the Lakers are going to go win on the road in Milwaukee, he's going to have one of those games. Plus, Anthony Davis is going to have one of those games, and then everybody else is going to have to contribute. That's what you got to do against one of the best teams in the league. So it's certainly a challenge for the Lakers. A lot to look forward to. A lot of curiosity in my eyes. So I'm certainly going to be watching those specific things. The other thing, I think the last thing Lakers got to avoid, you can't have these games where the Lakers, and they've had it before, where they have one bad quarter where they're outscored by 10 or 11, and then that's the game. So try to avoid those bad quarters. Try to avoid the turnover. Lakers have had turnover issues in the past as well. Avoid that as well. You can't have a game where you're committing 20 turnovers or something like that and think you're okay. That's not going to be the case. So put all that together. You almost got to play perfect basketball against a team like the Milwaukee Bucks. See if the Lakers can do it. This is the start of their road trip, and I'll obviously be on the broadcast with Michael. We'll start at 3 p.m. today. So early tip-off, 4:30. 3 p.m. will be the pregame show. And then after the game, do a little post-game action. So hope you guys can tune in. Please subscribe to the channel. Like if you like the video. I'm Alan Sliwa, and thank you for being a part of Lakers Talk Daily.